Heroes? Hindi yan yung mga nakacape at hindi din yan yung may superpowers.
Well, in this episode, the definition of a hero is all about sacrifice and risking one's life for the betterment of Filipinos.
In commemoration of the 51st martial law anniversary, we're here to revisit and remind you of the people who contributed for our country's independence.
Kaya naman, GenSees, come with us as we honor our heroes and give you a walk in the past dito sa Bantayog ng mga Bayani. Let's start the tour, shall we? FYI, the Bantayog ng mga Bayani means Monument to the Heroes. This was created by Ruben Malyari, a Filipino-American doctor, and La Divina V. Carino, a dean from the University of the Philippines.
This memorial center was made to honor the Filipino martyrs under the Marcos dictatorship who fearlessly fought for freedom and justice for our motherland from 1972 to 1986. Unfortunately, these heroes failed to see and experience for themselves the dawn of freedom.
Guys, right now I am standing in front of the Isang ML Monument, which was built in the year 1992. This is a 14-meter monument created by the sculptor Eduardo Castrillo.
The man on the monument signifies sacrifice, which is being held by the woman who is the motherland. As you can see, the left hand of the woman reaches upwards, and this symbolizes her hope of reaching freedom from the glorious sun.
GenSees, andyan pa ba kayo? Tara, punta naman tayo sa next part ng Bantayog ng mga Bayani. Ito ang The Wall of Remembrance. Take a closer look at these names. May idea ba kayo kung anong saysay ng mga pangalan nandito?
The Wall of Remembrance is not just a simple wall of names. Ginawa ito to recognize and continuously honor the lives lost during the Marcos dictatorship. Bawat pangalan na nandito ay naging rason sa kalayaang meron tayo ngayon. As of 2023, meron ng 326 names na nakatala sa Wall of Remembrance. Patuloy pa rin ang research at documentation nito. Bigyan naman natin ng muka ang ilan sa mga pangalang nandito. One of the names na makikita sa Wall of Remembrance ay si Joaquin P. Roses o mas kilala bilang si Chino Roses. Siya ay former owner ng ilan sa mga respected publications sa bansa, kasama dito ang Manila Times, Daily Mirror, Taliba, and the Weekly Women's Magazine. Founder din siya ng Associated Broadcasting Corporation, now known as TV5. When martial law was declared in 1972, isa siya sa mga unang inaresto at na-detain. He would be jailed 2 more times after that. At kahit tumatanda na siya, he was in the forefront of many protests, facing water cannons and tear gas bombs. During the snap presidential elections in 1986, Roses convinced Cory Aquino to run for president by pledging to collect 1 million signatures para tumakbo siya. Matapos ang martial law, President Cory Aquino conferred on him the Medal of the Philippine Legion of Honor in 1988. Namatay siya dahil sa cancer in September of the same year at the age of 75. Kasama rin dito si Manuel Bautista, a student leader at campus journalist sa University of the Philippines, Los Baños. Umalis siya sa universidad para magprotesta at nagpatakbo ng underground newspapers. Senior year niya when martial law was declared, kung saan tumigil siya sa pag-aaral bilang protesta. He joined the underground movement operating in Laguna and Quezon Province. He was arrested in November 1973 at ikinulong sa Camp Vicente Lim sa Canlubang, Laguna, pero kasama siya sa 9 political prisoners na nakatakas sa camp. Namuno siya sa isang underground newspaper at namatay noong September 1976 matapos ang isang encounter with the military. He was only 30 years old. Another person honored on the wall is a journalist, a female journalist at that. Letty Jimenez Magsanok was a former writer and editor for Panorama and Philippine Daily Inquirer. She is known for her contribution to the restoration of freedom in the Philippines. Ilan sa mga sinulat niyang artikulo ay ibinan ng rehimeng Marcos, but she persisted and continued to write without fear of censorship or any form of media restriction. From 1983 to 1986, she was invited to be an editor of a weekly opposition tabloid magazine titled Mr. and Miss Special Edition, under the invitation of Eugenia Apostol, a renowned publisher. The tabloid was created in response to the assassination of Benigno Aquino Jr., kung saan nag-document sila ng mga human rights abuses na nangyayari sa bansa. After the People Power Revolution, Magsanok became an editor-in-chief for the Sunday Inquirer magazine. Then eventually, she became the first female editor-in-chief of the Philippine Daily Inquirer from 1991 until her death in 2015. Her name was added along with two other journalists to the Wall of Remembrance in 2016, and a Senate resolution also recognized her contribution to the restoration of freedom in the Philippines. Iilan lamang sila sa mga bayani na nagsikap na makamit ang kapayapaan at kalayaan sa ating bansa. As martial law is called an era of the darkest times, marami silang sinakripisyo para iwanan ang madilim na yugto ng kasaysayan ng Pilipinas. So let us never forget and keep these 326 heroes in our hearts. Let us keep remembering their efforts in protecting our country's democracy.
We hope you learned a thing or two from this episode, A Walk in the Past. Again, this is GenSEE, an eye for Filipinos.
Subscribe to our channel for more GenSEE updates.